Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Gregory Martin, aka the Super Producer, and we're back with another review. But before we get into the review, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It keeps you notified whenever I post a new video, and it also helps the channel grow. And with that being said, let's just jump right into today's video. And today we're reviewing the new Beyonce visual album, Black is King, now streaming on Disney+. I like Beyonce. She is one of the greatest artists of all time. She's from the South like me, and she's also a Virgo. So I'm already a little biased towards her, but I wouldn't consider myself a member of the Beehive. But with that said, for me, I thought this was probably one of her best works that I've liked from her in a while. Even though I really enjoy a lot of her work, this for me was just really good. I really have nothing bad to say about this. Like, I really enjoy this, and I didn't think I would. I'll kind of go into why a little bit later. But I also understand after watching this some of the criticism that she has gotten. But I'm also able to say that I think her intentions outweigh any of that. Like, we don't know all of what Beyonce does behind the scenes. Like, we just see what she does publicly. Yes, there are very prominent figures in our culture, and they're not necessarily upfront in everything that they're involved in and what they're doing for the Black culture. So I think sometimes the criticism is fair and sometimes is not. And for me, I think for this album, I think the intentions were well placed. So apparently Black is King was inspired by the 2019 version of The Lion King, which to me was probably one of the worst films last year. Sorry, Disney. You do a lot of things well, but Aladdin and The Lion King were just garbage. And there's just no way around me saying that. Hopefully you don't continue to ruin my childhood and butcher Mulan, but we'll see. Now, Black is King is a visual album based on Beyonce's reimagining of lessons from The Lion King. And the only problem that I have with this visual album is that it didn't come out last year with the movie. I think it would have helped the movie in terms of box office sales, in my opinion, because the visual album was phenomenal. Like, the representation of Africa was very regal and beautiful, and just like listening to some of the interviews that Beyonce had did prior to this releasing on Disney Plus, that was kind of what she was going for, and that is definitely what I got from watching this. Like, obviously the music was a really big part of this album, and the music was amazing, was really good. Besides Beyonce, there was Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, Childish Gambino, and they also highlighted some African artists that I wasn't really aware of. One artist that they highlighted was Burna Boy, who has been more visible recently, and then there's a lot of different Nigerian and other local artists there who I don't really know their names, but after watching the album, I can definitely see the talent. Just everything about this album was portrayed in a really positive way. And for me, being a person of color and a descendant from Africa, it made me very proud of my African heritage and my roots, just to see these regal images. Like I said, to me, this is one of Beyonce's best work. At times, I think she can be a little undigestible, and some things that she does makes me question her motives for doing them. Like, nowadays, she isn't doing anything for money. She has plenty of it. So I know it must be challenging for her at times to find motivation and a reason to do certain things. I think, if I recall correctly, years ago, she did an interview where I think nowadays her motivation is to become an EGOT winner. And for those of you who do not know what an EGOT is, it's someone who's won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. And to me, some of the work that she's done has been contrived to accomplish those goals. Like, for me, the Lion King movie was a clear example of that. Like, the song that she did for the movie, it was not really a great song. It was a good song, but as far as Beyonce's entire catalog, I don't think that song is probably in her top 30 or 40 songs that she's ever done. And then couple that with not a great movie. Because let's be honest, she's not going to win an Oscar off of her acting. Unfortunately, that's just not her strong suit. Any Oscar that she wins more than likely is going to be in the songwriting or a original score or original music category. But I think with this particular album, I think there's a strong possibility that she could possibly be nominated. A lot of the songs were really good. Like, I don't know what category this will fall under for the Academy, whether it be a documentary or whatever. I'm not sure what they classify a visual album as, but I think with this, she has a very strong possibility of being nominated and actually winning an Oscar with this. But we'll see. And I think right now she may only have a Grammy to her name. I'm not sure. I can't think of where she will win an Emmy. She was nominated for an Oscar for Dreamgirls, and I don't think she's done any plays or anything like any theater. So she has a long way to go, but she's super talented, so anything's possible. This was a great album / documentary or whatever it's classified as, and it's definitely worth a watch. Regardless of your race or wherever you're from, it's just a really great watch. It was just very visibly appeasing, and the music was great as well. So check that out. And as always, if you like this video, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.